And as soon as you see the participants coming in, you can begin greeting them.
Greetings, Adam.
Good morning, Ellen. How you doing this morning?
Very fine, thank you. Who's
Good
it?
morning, Sister Ellen.
Good morning. Good morning, Sister Martine. Welcome. How are you feeling?
Still sick, but I feel much, much, much better.
I just want to say, Martina, I'm wishing you a speedy recovery.
Thank you, Adam, my love. Thank you.
I see Jaleesa. Good morning. Good morning, Wu family. Good morning, Marilyn. Welcome, Z, Sister Z. Good morning,
everyone.
Greetings, Woo family. Thank you, beloved.
Greetings, Andrea.
Greetings, great morning, grand rising.
Greetings, everyone dialing in on the iPhone. I see some iPhones. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Grand Rising, Ria. Welcome, Abimbola. Good morning.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings. Greetings, Marie.
Good morning.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning. We're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together.
Good morning, Grand Rising family. Welcome to everyone that's joining via Facebook. Welcome everyone that's joining on Zoom. My name is Ellen Goolsby, and I'm speaking this morning on growing your worth and doing that by unleashing the power and potential of community. In preparation for this workshop, I learned that the Wu community is actually 2,000 strong. How many people knew that? By a show of hands, real or electronic. There's 2,000 people in the Wu community. That's like the size of a small town, which is amazing. So my background is community and economic development. Some of you may know me from Be the Tree, and my brand declaration of shining a light on our true brilliance. And the way that I manifest that is working with social entrepreneurs to launch small businesses, social enterprises, nonprofits from startups. And my personal passion is really unleashing the hidden talents, resources, knowledge, basically the wealth of the community that which is often not seen or not valued or not compensated or underutilized, or even maybe not even known to the individual themselves. Welcome. I see some more people joining. Again, my name is Ellen Goolsby, and we're here to talk about unleashing the power and potential of community. And to do that, I think it's important to just start with defining what is community. And a lot of people will have a conception of what is community to them. There's some official definitions. So I'd like to just get like a working definition of what is community and invite anyone that's so moved to share. And if you want to come, off mic, on mic, to share, what is your definition of community and what does community mean to you?
Okay, Ellen, I have dropped the question in the chat. What is community? So for those who cannot come off of mic, or come onto mic and would like to share, please drop your answer in the chat. I will read it. And if there's anyone with a bold enough voice this morning, this magnificent Monday, who wants to share what their definition of community is, please come on into the space. So for me, first of all, I'm just going to share that for me, community is about family, people collectively working together as a whole, through different businesses, through different ventures, just for the overall success of all of those in participation. So as we are here, the WU community, we have lawyers, doctors, bankers, artists, and singers, dancers, business professionals as a community sharing our wealth of knowledge with one another for the betterment. And that's what makes us a community. That's my
Beautiful.
definition.
Beautiful. I think that's pretty comprehensive, and that's a great working definition for us this morning. Obviously, there's different types of communities. There's communities of affinity, like WU. There's geographic communities. There's political communities. There's communities that grow up around joint ownership. There's a lot of different types of communities. But what communities do have in common is they're a way for us to get our very human needs met, right? A way for us to shelter, to get food, companionship, educate our children, educate ourselves, entertain ourselves, just essentially grow as humans. And, our wants and needs can be almost unlimited. So community, therefore, can be almost unlimited. And a characteristic of community that a lot of people may not focus on is that community, by definition, is an economic arrangement. We are exchanging. So whether or not money is being exchanged, there is an exchange of that energy. And I know in talking to Shawnee in preparation for this workshop, WU has been meeting for 2 years. I think it's 4 times a week, several hours a week, and loads of hours behind the scenes. And, it's essentially millions and millions and millions of dollars of value have been economic activity has been generated. And because a lot of members of the community, if there's 2,000, are kind of in the background or maybe passive participants or occasional participants, one way to unleash the power of this community, like any community, is for more people to be seen and known. To be known for what are your skills, what are your interests, what are your goals, what are your needs, what resource do you have, what do you have in excess, where are you abundant, what could you share, or what do you need, or might you partner up, right? So that's what I want to do today, and I want to make this very interactive. So I don't want to be the talking head at the front of the room. I really just want everyone who can to come on camera this morning and be prepared to either drop some information in the comments or share. And if you're feeling like, oh, wow, but I don't have money, part of the conversation is that money is an invention and we too can invent money. The simplest currency that one could have available to you for that is time, my hour for your hour, right? And we all have something to offer in our own being. We have natural currencies. We have our physical currency, emotional currency, intellectual currency, spiritual currency. When we connect with others, we develop our social currency. And when we take our natural currencies and our social currency, we then can get financial currency and from there assets, which is something I cover a little bit more in my Grow Your Wealth series. But to dig in so that this is a whole experience, you can grow your worth right here today by uncovering what it is you have to offer and sharing what it is you need. Those that make the most money and attract the most money are basically people who are meeting needs the best. So if you want to grow your worth, you have to become a good listener. You want to listen to the needs of the community. It's not so that Tiffany can say, oh, I need someone to landscape my yard, and you can say, I do landscaping. No, it's for you to listen and hear the resonance that, oh, people need landscaping, they need gardening, and this is a skill that I have that I just do for my own pleasure. And I could start to do it either as a barter, a trade for money, for business. Healthy communities export. Eventually, maybe it's cooperative businesses, maybe it's to the larger community, maybe it's global, right? Made possible through the internet. So I want to start by just focusing on our physical currencies. This morning we're doing a brief workshop. We can delve into physical and natural currencies more deeply another time, but it's pretty straightforward. Your physical currency, your physical being, your person, what you, your physical environment, or your handicraft skills and things like that. Like some people do hair, some people can bake, some people can clean and organize, some people give massages. So I want to start by asking everyone on Facebook and here in the Zoom to just think, if you're going to think about your physical needs, that could be health, but it could also be shelter. Your physical needs, think about what is it that you need that possibly others in the community don't know about. We don't know about it yet. We can't read your mind. We can't know. So we need to speak and share. What is it that you need? A lot of times, this is really difficult when I work with a group, is to get the ask. What is it that you need, right? Because a lot of times we feel very self-conscious by admitting that we need help. In the Woo community, there's been so much sharing and so much exchange around mind, body, and spirit that this should be an easy one. So take 5 minutes to just write down in the chat, or if you have a journal or notebook with you, write down just physically, what is it that you need? Do you need a workout partner? Do you need an accountability partner for medical appointments? Do you need someone to teach you vegan cooking? Do you need just a buddy that would witness you while you, fold all your laundry? I need that. What is it that you need on the physical level? Do you need housing? You need space. I'm going to stop talking and just leave a little space for you to think about that, and then we'll share. And if you're on Facebook, I encourage you to, drop it in the notes there, and we will certainly get into those as well. If you can't think of something physical, it's okay. You can think of the other natural currencies, your emotional needs, intellectual needs, your spiritual needs, drop them, all welcome. And, we can even go beyond that, but essentially almost all needs will map back to those needs. They're just fancier versions.
Okay, Ellen, so the needs of the community are coming in. I am going to read some of them. Cheryl Glenn says she needs a personal chef. Martine Maliver says, I need a multi-page interactive website. Me too, Martine.
Me too.
Uh, Z says she has a long list. Z, can you drop just one or two of them in the chat for us? Veronica says, I need a once a week housekeeper to do the laundry, bathrooms, etc. Cheryl says, I need an administrative assistant for my business. Tanine, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, says, I need an accountability partner for my yoga practice. I need a skilled typist to assume responsibility for publishing projects. And I need a personal assistant. I need a spiritual thought partner.
Lovely.
Yes.
I love this. Wow. Very
And then,
nice.
and then I share sometimes I need a safe space to unwind. There's too much happening in my house and it gets overwhelming. So sometimes I just want to run away to a friend's house and just be like, girl, whew, and put my feet up and not have to deal with that.
Right, right. So everyone who's listening, when you hear these things that people need, mental, it should be tickling a part of your brain, the resourceful part, the part that says, I have that. I might not have a lot of it. I might not be an expert. I might not be someone at the front of the room, but I have a space where someone could come and retreat, where I can cook. Like I'm the throwdown at the family gatherings. I can cook.
Mhm.
So it should spark in your mind like, oh, wait, there's all this stuff that I just do on a daily basis. You mean I could be compensated for this? Sure. It might just be my time for your time. And look, if you don't have what I want, the more you listen to members of the community and understand what people have to offer, the more I could say, look, I'm not a personal chef, but I sure know someone who is. I know Wendy is. Right?
Mhm.
She might be willing. You want me to connect? And Wendy might have something I want. Right? So that's how an economy begins. Of course, facilitating it with money is always welcome if money is available. And, in the future, we'll talk about facilitating it with cryptocurrency. So it's all part of a spectrum of inventing money, right? So if poverty is a lack of money, wealth is the existence of money and surplus money, right? And communities have historically created money outside of the government issued fiat system, whether it's a printed script, Ithaca dollars, time dollars, what have you. There really are no barriers to us getting all of our needs met and going beyond our needs, going beyond survival, going to thriving, and really tapping into desires, which for human beings are unlimited. So let's switch to, did that include Facebook comments?
So Facebook malfunctioned this morning.
Oh, okay.
So participants who normally are on Facebook are here in this space. Hey, Jim. How are you, darling? Welcome into the Zoom space.
I love that. I'm a person that lurks back on Facebook too. So, it's kind of ironic that now I'm presenting a workshop and part of it is, yes, I have all this untapped skill and knowledge and ability. And, I was invited. So I said, sure. So this is an invitation for everyone, not to speak woo necessarily, but to 24/7 be in touch around what it is you have to offer and what it is you need, right?
Mhm.
People have started businesses this way in past groups that I've started, barter and pay groups. I myself started doing resumes for people. And then I eventually got a really good paying job as a technical recruiter as a result of doing people's resumes for free in a barter group, right? Because it gave me the self-confidence to say, yes, this is something I do. And to say, yes, I'm a recruiter. I'm not a paid one with a job yet. I told someone I was a recruiter and they said my company's hiring and I got the job. And it paid really well and it paid commission. And that's how I bought my first piece of real estate. And I know other people who have also gotten their start basically through this micro enterprise. Within community, we have that trust where we can start something new, maybe that we haven't done before, and then build and grow it. And maybe it's going to become, a sustainable livelihood. Okay, so I just want to pivot and not necessarily addressing anyone in particular, but having listened to those needs, take a few minutes to think of what it is you have to offer. And I will say again, if it's hard to imagine, think of those natural currencies: physical, intellectual, emotional, spiritual. What is it that you have to offer? If you can be very specific, because you know your time limitations or you know what you want for it, you could say, hey, on Thursday mornings, I can do meditation workshops and for $10 or for free.
All right, Ellen, we have some of the responses coming in. We're going to give the participants a few more moments to add theirs. Terry, I did see your hand go up momentarily. Did you have a comment or something you wanted to share in the space with us?
Good morning. No, no, not at this time. Just trying to figure out my Zoom space this morning.
Okay, Terry, thank you. Kaisha, who's normally here with us on Facebook, is here in Zoom. Her hand is up. Come on into the space, Kaisha.
Welcome.
Okay. Good morning. I'm going to say this really quickly. I'm glad you asked about what I have to offer. I've thought about this. I would like to offer a rendition of Uber for Kids. There is no Uber for Kids, but there are apps where moms kind of help the moms get their kids to their activities when it's available. When this was just recently, I was looking for someone to take my daughter to camp this
Mhm.
week, and I just searched for Uber for Kids online, and several different apps popped up, but none of those apps are in my area, and so I tried to send out to friends like, hey, can someone get my daughter to camp during like 15 minutes, and no one took the bait. And then I seen another post from another single mom that needs to pick up her kid from sports, things like that. And I just think that's a really good idea. If we can all, if there's an app in my area, if I can offer or get a collection of moms to offer um, pick up and drop offs, transitions of kids to our activity, to their activity. So that's what I would like to offer. One day, I think I'm going to put it together and get with somebody who could create that. But that's just been on my mind. It's a need. It's a need for single moms to keep their kids well-rounded, out there. So I'm complete. Thank you. I'm
Thank
at
you
work,
so
so I need to get back
much.
to work. Thank you.
That's great. I mean, a lot of times barter comes into people's lives when they have kids and they need babysitting and they swap with other families, right? So this is a similar aspect to that. And you're saying one day could be now, one day could be this week, one day could be sooner than you think, right? Because you saying that and sharing what you have to offer now has got this part of our brain going, do I need that? Does someone I know need that? Who can I refer? Can I reach out to her? Can we take that to the next step? Maybe it's not an app to start with. Maybe it's a WhatsApp group to start with, right?
Um,
Does
yes,
that resonate
yes,
with you?
and thank. It does. You're right. I could just put on Facebook like other moms who are looking for rides, but their kids. I
That's
can
right.
offer pickup. I can offer pickup like after work, you know. Um, so yeah, thank you. I think I'll do that. I think I'll try it and see what,
Yeah.
in my community say.
Can anyone
This is
else in
just in I live in a small community.
you live where?
I live in a small community, so the ride usually you'd be 10 or 15.
Mhm.
It's yeah.
All right.
Thank you. I'm sorry. All
Thank
right.
you. Anyone else? What is it that you have to offer, particularly that we might not already know about?
All right, Ellen, I just want to acknowledge the time. It is 7:28, and some members will be leaving at 7:30 so that they can head off to work or return back to work because the break is over. So just let them know how much longer before you're complete, and we will drop your contact information at this time in the space for them.
Well, I am complete. I'm wanting to know, do more people wish to share on camera? I can go, as long as people want, but I do understand people will need to leave this morning. I do want to just let you know, I do have, I just started a new Facebook group specifically for those that might be interested in, posting what is you have, what you need. We could drop that in the chat, I guess. I'm not really sure how else to communicate with folks outside of this session about it, but it would be specifically for Facebook groups say, no spamming, no promoting. It would be all promoting. So if you're interested in that, could you drop that in the chat? The Cyprate?
Yes, everything is getting dropped now. Coach Cheryl is putting those items in. And I'll just read off some of the shares that were put in the chat. Um, Tanine says, on Tuesdays, I offer a 30-minute free grief and loss coaching for college students. I offer free editing and proofreading for academic papers and essays. I offer a career coaching bundle, build digital career portfolio coaching for those who are switching careers. In general, due to the pandemic, I offer consultation for book and article publishing. I need all of that right there because that's where I am right now. So I will be reaching out. See, look at that right there. Martine says, I am a nurse and I have thought about how powerful it would be for medical professionals to donate their time to coordinating care and advocating for the elderly and disabled. Afriye says, I can offer meditation. I suggested that Kaisha tap into that market and go ahead and start that business. Veronica offers quilting and craft lessons as well as high school equivalency tutoring.
Wow.
Deborah says I can provide Reiki healing. Andrea is a LPN and a maker of Caribbean rum cake.
Ooh. I knew there'd be at least one cake maker. There's always a baker. And look, we buy cakes so frequently for celebrations. Like people who bake, let yourselves be known. Like we're spending money every month on different things. Why not spend it with each other, right?
Yes. And I offer hair braiding and event planning.
Nice. I'll share one about me that some people know, some people don't. I am a private college admissions coach with 20 plus years experience. And because I'm retired from that as my job, I now offer it essentially for free. When I do it as a consult, I'll charge like X amount per month or whatever, but I don't really do that anymore. So I said, oh, if it's people in my network, I can do a free sit down for coffee. So it's not free. How about that? Buy me a coffee. Are there any others?
Z says she's developing her marketing and consultation service among many things. And Coach Cheryl is dropping in all of those Facebook links and everything like that. And Tanine says she needs tennis and skating lessons this summer. So if there's anybody who knows somebody who is a tennis coach or skating, please connect them with Tanine here. She is looking for those.
Wow.
All right. Do you want me to bring up your slides now?
Yes, and I just want to thank everyone. This is just, a small slice of the community and a small view into who you are. And it's so rich and so diverse. I'm excited. So this slide is a one-on-one wealth mapping offer. The first 5 people who get in touch, I will give a free consult. one free session. Some of you know I'm doing a workshop next week on Bitcoin. So I do the full gamut from barter to Bitcoin. This is a holistic wealth discovery process. So the first 5 who email me will get that free session. This summer, I'm going to be doing a pop-up economy and incubator for those that want to dig in deeper, develop your offers, even uncover what your needs are more. If you found this to be maybe a bit of a challenge, you want more time together in person and online, I'll be offering workshops, Skillshare, actual meetups and swaps. That's half price for the Woo community. It's normally going to be $300, but will be $150 for Woo as a half off discount, which I'm pleased to offer. And then, as I mentioned, the free Facebook group. I think there was a slide that's not in here, but the free Facebook group is Cypre Day, which is another word for Cowries, my business. And that's just for everyone to come and share your offers and your asks. An ongoing Facebook group. That's new. So when you join, we'll be populating it ourselves with all of our information. And so I look forward to seeing you in there. Thank you everyone for coming this morning. You can reach me via my email, ellengoolsby@gmail.com. I'm also on Instagram. I always say Cowries is a jewelry business. I'm really big on Cowries jewelry and other jewelry, but that's, I guess, one of those hidden things that I have is that I collect and sell jewelry, and I also make it. And I'm going to have a makery as part of the summer program that I offer. We can come together and make stuff. All right, love, offerings, and donations. I'm going to turn this over to you, Tiffany.
No problem. I got you. All right, love offerings and donations have been automated. So you don't have to worry about which facilitator you gave your donations to. You can now set them up automatically using the bit.ly links. So we have bit.ly/woo love. And then you just add the denomination that you wish to automate come automatically out of your account every month. So we have $25, $50, $75, or $100. So you can set that up today. And then every month on the date that you designate, your love offering will be sent over to us. Coming up tomorrow, we have the lovely Zakia Z Talibé, who is here, Imagine a World Part 2. And then on Wednesday, June 15th, we have Home Ownership Matters with Angie Thomas. So please come and join us on Tuesday and Wednesday for these wonderful sessions. If today is your first day joining us here in session, please let us know by dropping it in the chat. We want to acknowledge your presence and welcome you to a community that comes to learn, elevate, and ascend, and invite you to continue to come back and join us each and every morning. This is our schedule. We're live on Zoom and Facebook 5 days a week, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mondays and Wednesdays from 7 to 7:30. And then if you would like a notification when it's time to join us on one of these platforms, please text the word Woo Nation in all cap lock to 74121. It is always gift giving season here at Woo, so make sure you shop our swag shop at bit.ly/Woo Swag. This is the Wake Up Everybody schedule, and here's how you stay in touch with us. Register weekly at bit.ly/Wake Up Movement. Join us on Facebook in our private group, bit.ly/Woo Community, or on our public page. which is bit.ly/Woo Nation. Follow us on Instagram at Wake Up Everybody Virtual. Catch clips on YouTube at bit.ly/Woo on YouTube. And last and certainly not least, you can always email us at info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. I received notification that Sister Martine had her hand up. So please come in with your voice, lovely Sister Martine.
Oh, wow. Okay, thank you. I put it in the chat. I was just saying, like, I feel like we do stuff like this, and I'm definitely guilty of the follow through. I'm definitely guilty of feeling overwhelmed. Like when you say you need something and then you get a bigger response than you expected. Sometimes I just go into hiding. My follow through is so weak. So I just wanted to be transparent here. I was like looking at the shares. First of all, I was struggling to verbalize what it is I could offer. So looking at the shares really helped me, but I got overwhelmed with the shares because I'm like, wow, there's so many things that I need that are offered right here in this community. That's one. Two, some people have offered to me in the past. So why haven't I gotten with them yet? And there's several reasons for that. Um, Failing to follow through on my part, failing to follow through on their part. So I just wanted to share that so that we can hold each other accountable and follow through on these things. I'm about to download the chat so I can make sure I didn't miss anything. And let's build community in the way that you're saying, because I never even looked at it like this. So I thank you so much, Sister Allen.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. That's all part of the process. Think about maybe why you're unable to follow through. Maybe it's that you need to get help in other areas, right? To free up the time to do the things that you desire. So, the more we can support each other, the more we free up our time and our mental resources to grow. There's
Absolutely.
a lot of, and the thing is, you have a job. A lot of people don't have a job. We're in post-pandemic. Some people are starting from nothing. So you saw in my offer, Grow Your Worth, the first level is, it's a scaling fee that I charge. The first level is discover your first or next $1,000. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's some people who have too much to do, and there's some people who don't have anything to do or enough to do, or what they want. So I think if we can get the exchange going, some people who are really hectic can find some relief, and other people who really want to self-actualize and offer something can see that happen for themselves.
For sure. Absolutely. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
So at this time, I encourage everyone to come off of mute. Rain, love, and abundance on Ellen for sharing with us this morning how community can grow their wealth. Anyone who still has a question or comment can drop it in the chat. Ellen will be emailed this chat, and we can definitely all connect and communicate. So please come off of mute. Thank you, Ellen, for sharing this morning with us your message on community and wealth.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yes, for the
Alan.
great
Thank you,
presentation.
Alan.
Everyone for
For
showing up.
See
answering the call,
you.
girl. You are
Have a great
Thank you
needed.
week.
very
It was
much.
wonderful.
Yes, thank
Very
you, Alan.
short,
Miss
and I'm
you.
going to continue to think
Yeah,
about
so good
how
to
Have a
I
blessed
see
can
day,
you,
give
Alan,
Ellen.
and let's
and
move
receive
forward.
as a bartering
Thank
system.
you.
Thank you, Ellen.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
great reminder on how we can build
Janine, please
community.
post your information. Thank
Whose
you.
whose information you need, Veronica?
Tanine.
Deneen, yes, Deneen, we see your hand raised. Please drop your information here. People want to get in touch with you.
Okay, will do.
I'm looking forward to the crypto workshop.
Thank you. See you
Yes.
next Monday.